Hey guys, it's Miharu, and welcome to episode 7 of SpyroCast. Today, my guest is...
Vylizio.
Vylizio.
I should have chose a better name to pronounce, but you know.
Alright, well, Vylizio, what is your history with Spyro?
It's actually kind of really interesting, because who knew that a commercial I saw as a kid for Dawn of the Dragon would frickin' predict the damn future. So... basically, I was watching Cartoon Network, and I saw a commercial for Dawn of the Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, that looks cool. Never saw the commercial again. So years later, in 2011, I saw a trailer for a game called Skylanders. Later in the day, I'm like, this Spyro character, something reminds me about him. So I looked it up, because I had remembered the commercial I saw as a kid. And lo and behold, I didn't find that commercial, but I instead found the commercial for the original PlayStation 1 game with Toasty the Sheep, and I was like, retro gaming wasn't anything new to me. So I was like, why couldn't I have games like this when I was a kid? So basically from that day on, I made it my sole purpose in life to get a PlayStation 1 and play Spyro.
Nice.
Which I think it was, 2015 I was finally able to buy and play Spyro 2. And then I think last year I played Spyro 1 for the first time, and then I'm almost done finishing Spyro 3. I'm on the super bonus round, and as you can tell, the Yeti race.
Oh yeah.
I hate it.
Let's not talk about that. I hate that.
Which, by the way, I need to know real quick, what's your least favorite mission in Spyro 2?
My least favorite mission, Spyro 2, Crystal Popcorn.
Yeah, same. A lot of people are like, the Alchemist is the worst mission, but I'm like, no. No, it is not.
It's not the worst. The Alchemist is definitely, it's definitely up there. It's probably my second least favorite, because I never liked that one.
I literally replayed Spyro 2. The only parts I had a problem with were the speedways and frickin' Crystal Popcorn.
Yeah. Speedways are something that I've never been good at. So,
my problem with the speedways is not the speedways themselves. It's, the missions, the hunter missions where you have to fly through, the smoke rings in Spyro 3 and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I hate it, because it's the camera isn't always behind you, so I'm like, wait, where did the sheep go?
Yeah, those are okay. I mean, when I have a problem with the speedways, it's usually, the time trials and stuff like that. It's not often the other missions, even though they can be annoying, it's not often that I have too much trouble. My favorite speedway is Icy Speedway in Spyro 2.
Yeah, now, there is one speedway, and I think it's not because of the speedway itself, but because of the theming, that I can't wait to see what it looks like in Reignited Trilogy, and that's Honey Speedway.
Oh, yeah.
The whole Honey River with the bears floating in the river, yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, it's gonna look really beautiful. And the honey's gonna look really sticky and real.
It's still weird that it uses the treetop skybox. That still really bothers me.
It doesn't bother me, I like that. Kind of a throwback to my favorite level from Spyro 1.
Yay! Your favorite level is treetops. I hate that level.
Most people do, but I love it.
No, I love the level, but as Spyro says, could have found an easier place to get stuck.
Yeah, but it's so satisfying.
Stupid. It's the problem isn't the supercharge itself, it's half the time it doesn't work.
Yeah, I mean, I have trouble with it, but, it's always so satisfying to pull off. I usually slip up on, the third ramp where you have to go, up the other way on the supercharge, the opposite way.
Here's my problem with it. I get there, I'm close to get to the platform with the dragon, but I always forget that Spyro 1 doesn't have the flutter jump. I don't need it, but I accidentally press it, and I'm like, oh wait, I automatically fall down.
Oh, huh.
And one thing I wish they had in the original games that was in A Hero's Tale, freaking ledge, just grab the ledge, Spyro.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That was pretty good. But,
I mean, it's still weird that Spyro grabs ledges. That freaked me out.
It is different, but it's not so bad. There is a tactic that works kind of like the hover, which you can do in Spyro 1. It's, when you get to the edge of an area and you don't think you're gonna make the jump, you can press charge, and, the charge will give you a little bit extra height, so... I know. You can do that.
Which also, from the Spyro demo build we saw, from what Teal showed off in his Toasty gameplay, they're not gonna have the double jump, but it looks like the double jump was in Spyro 1 of all things. So when he showed that part off, so I don't know how they made that possible, but they did it.
Really? They're not going to have a double jump? Because I heard that they were implementing it because they know about the speedrunner community. Or at least if they don't have the double jump, then they will put something in it that's like it.
Either that, or I'm hoping that if you do 100% the game already, that they can do something for speedrunners, like you have to 100% the game first, or at least just beat the game to unlock a double jump, and make it like an actual double jump, like from A Hero's Tale.
Possibly.
And the fact that he said there's a debug menu, like, maybe you can use a debug mode in Spyro Reignited Trilogy. One thing is for sure, if you 100% Spyro 2 and you get the Super Flame, I better be able to use it in Spyro 3.
Yeah, I was saying that they should implement the permanent Super Flame as the 100% reward in all 3 games instead of, what we usually get. Or, I mean, we can get, a Nasty's Loot or the Super Bonus Round too, but also, yeah.
So yeah, that happened.
And then there are people who want Limitless Flight and all that.
What's your favorite quote from any Spyro game?
I have a couple favorite quotes. One is definitely, yeah, well, you could have found an easier spot to get stuck. That's one of my favorites.
I already know my favorite Hunter quote of all time.
Oh, wait, what's your favorite Hunter quote?
When he's telling Bianca, he's like, "Oh, you brought food? Do you got any chips?"
Ah.
And the worst part is you don't know what he actually means. If he means French fries, or if he means, like... Because the weird thing about the Spyro universe is because his birthday, when he says it, he does it in the UK format.
Yeah, the European.
So, does Spyro take place in the UK and no one has ever noticed?
Maybe, who knows? But my actual favorite quote from any of the Spyro games, like the biggest one, is definitely Ripto's line. It's Ripto's line right before you... yeah, right before you battle him.
I knew it was gonna be Ripto.
Yeah. I just think that's the best way to start a battle. It's like, I like that idea. Dragon, you've just sealed your fate! It's so cool!
Like here's the thing.
Yes!
As useless as Ripto is, he's not completely stupid, but the fact that he actually believes that Spyro isn't gonna do anything it's like, you're an idiot. He's taunted you. You really think he's just gonna stand there?
I know. Yeah. Ripto may not do much, but he's not stupid.
Like, the weird part is, like, he's like, okay, we gotta go pack our bags and go back. And the weird thing is Alora's like, oh, take them out so they can't go back. It's like, wait for him to go back and then take the orbs out.
No, that's what oh my god, no, you literally just summed up what I have been saying, like, the whole time. I'm just like, no, wait. Let Crush go through the portal first and then take the orbs out. What are you doing?
No, but here's the thing. And I think it's in, like, I don't know. I think it's in one of the versions of the manual. It says, like, Ripto is packing their... It's like, they all go back in the portal and then come back out. It's like, why did you wait for them to come back?
Why'd you wait?
I mean, no one likes Crush. No one.
We want to be courteous.
Ripto has his favorites.
Yeah, his favorite is obviously Golf. Well...
Why do you think there wasn't a robot version of him in the fight?
Yeah, I know. Well,
the weirdest part is, like, they're not dead. So, like, here's the thing. Ripto, yes, he should be dead. He fell in the lava. But Crush and Gulp, yeah, I can believe them living.
Yeah, they're probably alive, but...
Ripto, he can stay dead.
I don't want Ripto to stay dead. He should have died, but, I mean, I don't want him to stay dead because I love him so much.
Like, here's the thing, it's like, the sorceress had an excuse. She's immune to lava. We saw her crawl out.
Yeah.
But then, again, I rewatched the ending cutscene of Spyro 2, and then I noticed something. When it shows, like, the giant crystal going into the guidebook, I noticed that the platform wasn't covered in lava anymore.
Oh, yeah.
That and the fact that Hunter should also be dead because you clearly see him fall into the lava and die.
Yeah, I know. Maybe the lava was... So, the lava was an illusion.
Maybe the lava is just red water. It's not lava. It's just red water.
It was just an illusion created by Ripto's magic.
No, I don't think it's that. Because here's the thing, if it was really an illusion, how come it hurts Spyro and kills him? If you
because
go
it's a
into it.
video game.
Of course, it's a video game, so it can do whatever it wants. Yay.
We throw logic out the window when it comes to video
Yeah,
games.
let's go to the next question.
Okay, what's your favorite Spyro game?
I do not have a favorite out of the original trilogy. It's kind of like Rayman for me, to where like my favorite characters and stuff and levels are in Spyro 2, but Spyro 3 I had the most fun with, and I think it has the second best soundtrack, and Spyro 1 just feels so unique and different that I cannot choose what my favorite is. However, I can tell you what my second favorite Spyro game is, Hero's Tale.
Oh, so you like a Hero's Tale.
Yeah, I haven't finished it yet. I'm on the second world, but, you know, it's good so far. I have to say, I like the Jak and Daxter, like, the way it works like Jak and Daxter. My only main problem is this. Gems are not collectibles.
Yeah.
And buying lockpicks. Oh, and let's not forget, racist communist moneybags.
Racist com.
And then there's a part where he's like, it cost all the same as in the homeworld, plus shipping fees and all that, and I'm like, oh, that's a nice funny joke, but guess what? It actually costs extra gems if you don't buy it in the homeworld. Moneybags. I just want to kill him. And then also one other thing I'm still confused about is like they had Moneybags in Skylanders, but they changed his name. It's like, why? He's exactly the same model. He's a bear with a monocle. He has the same little like purple gold pendant. How is this not Moneybags?
You're talking about Auric, right?
Yeah, he's clearly the same character.
I always made a joke saying that that's Moneybags' son.
No, because Moneybags' son's name is Minibags.
I don't care. I knew he had a family or something, but I don't know where that came from.
Yeah, Auric he's one of his sons, but, you know, Auric, he's adopted.
Well, he looks exactly like him. How can he be adopted?
They put him up for adoption and then never came back. As in, he was left at the orphanage and no one ever adopted him because he's a spawn of that sadistic piece of. I really hate Moneybags.
So they put him up for adoption. I love Moneybags, actually.
I always used the cheat code to get all the power-ups just so I could ignore Moneybags in 100% levels in one go. But I actually decided, you know what, I'll play the game without getting power-ups. And when you actually do play the game and actually listen to Moneybags' dialogue, he's a douche.
Well, yeah, of course he is, but that's what I like about it.
He's like, when you're about to learn swimming, he's like, oh, I could teach you swimming, but you don't have enough gems. Looks like all those people are gonna die. You piece of shit! I'm gonna kill you!
Oh, that's what I like. It's so funny. It's just
and then I like how in Spyro 3 he's like, don't worry, I'm gonna sell the dragon egg. Like, what do you mean, don't worry? I'm gonna worry. You're trying to sell my unborn brother or sister.
Yeah, he's an awful piece of crap in Spyro 3, but, you know, I still like him. It's just...
I want to take a gun and point it to his head.
And it's so satisfying to get all the gems back from him in Spyro 3. God, that was so fun.
Now, at first, I would agree with that statement. Yeah, it was fun, but then guess what happened? I don't know why, but my controller just stopped working, and I fell off the edge of the world when I was flaming him.
Well...
And the counter just still kept going.
Oh, that sucks.
And I don't know why, but there was a glitch, and I feel like I do not have as many gems as I should, and I have a lot more.
Huh.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird... There's only 2 glitches I've ever experienced in the Spyro games. Like, there's one glitch that I don't know why anyone talks about this in Spyro 2. So you know how when you play your PlayStation, you're supposed to reset the console after you save your game, right? Well, I think it's either the Greatest Hits Edition or the normal version, I don't know. But every time I reset my console, instead of resetting my console after saving the game, you have to exit the game and go to the freaking title screen, or else it will delete your whole entire save file.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. I never heard of that. Well, because, like, to be honest, I haven't had my PS1 in a very, very long time. I got rid of it for my PS2, so yeah, I don't know what goes on.
Another thing I'm surprised no one ever talks about in the Spyro series is that there's actually humans in the Spyro universe. Why does no one talk about that?
Wait, yeah, I know, because, like, no...
It's like, why does no one talk about this? I mean, it is kind of weird. Like, you would expect the game with dragons and stuff would, like, there's no humans in there, but, you know, there are.
Yeah, it's like, and no one seems to mention the, like, the interview section at the beginning and end of the,
But here's the thing,
Spyro
we
1.
don't know if that guy is an actual human or not.
We don't know if he's human, but I think I think he, like, was supposed to be, because, like, it was supposed to be, like, a joke, but, like...
I mean, we know his name's Bob.
Yeah, it's Bob. It's Toys for Bob.
Wait a minute. Spyro, he said, thank you, Bob. But also, in Spyro 3, he's like, what, when he's talking to Moneybags and you say no, he's like, what, are you just jealous that you don't have your own action figure? Oh my god. Not only that, but Activision they did a Spider-Man game, and then now Insomniac, and now,
Oh, conspiracy theory!
So, one question I really want to talk about. Spyro animated series, what would you want it to be? An action show or like an action comedy? Like what would you want?
God, I don't... if I had to choose, then probably action comedy?
Yeah, the reason I ask is because I literally made a script for a pilot episode, and I was wondering if you wanted to talk about it.
Sure. I believe I told you we were talking about that, and I said it reminds me of a long time ago when I was working on a script for like a Crash Bandicoot series. So I was just like, oh, that would be funny. A Crash series might not work well either.
One of the things I did is like I wanted to have like all the villains from this original trilogy in like the whole series. So guess what I did?
What?
There's literally like, so Nasty, Nork, and Ripto are actually working for the Sorceress for their own reasons. Like, you know how Nasty is ugly and Ripto is like short?
Yeah.
So the Sorceress is basically like, so I did something where they could kind of have like a clear, like what they actually want. Because like with Ripto, it's like we don't know exactly what he wanted besides just being a douche.
Haha.
So it's like, well, the reason Nasty is helping the Sorceress is because she promises to make him not ugly.
Uh-huh.
And then I had like a funny sequence where Nasty imagines himself with like blonde hair and he's like frolicking in a forest of flowers.
Oh my god.
And then like Ripto doesn't want to be short, and then like there's a part where he's like he's fighting with Nasty, he's like, you could have killed me in Gulp, and then he's like, you ugly little idiot, and then freaking Nasty's like, look who you're calling little short stack.
Why is this reminding me? Was this reminding me of like He-Man or something like that when like Skeletor and Hordak would just...
I really wanted to make it dorky, and then one other thing I did that I thought was a really great change is, you know Scorch?
Yep.
Your favorite Spyro 3 boss?
Yep.
So what I did is I'm like, Nasty, the Sorceress has Bianca, kind of, until, Betrayal. And then, Ripto has Crush and Gulp, so I'm like, why doesn't Nasty have a little creature? So, like, what I did is I'm like, it would be so cool if, like, Nasty... I even wrote a scene to where, like, when they're attacking the Dragon Village, Nasty's riding on Scorch, and then he's, like, shooting at Spyro.
Ha! Nice.
And there's fire everywhere.
Well, it's so cool.
However, when I actually showed people, they're like, because I'm not going to go full on about what happened in the script, but when I showed some of my friends, they're like, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of kids' jokes and stuff in here, but what you wrote is pretty dark.
Was it
There's
really?
I wrote some pretty dark stuff in there.
Was it really that dark? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's not too dark, like no one dies, but it's like what happens is Spyro's running to a portal and he's being chased by this monster, which in the script of season 2 I revealed is Gulp, and Ripto's riding him. So what happens is like he's being chased into a portal, but what Nasty does is like he shoots Spyro and he misses, but when Spyro goes through the portal it explodes, which is what causes Spyro to go to Avalar. So there's a lot of new stuff, but I still wanted to keep it interesting and close to the original.
Oh, wow.
In fact,
yeah, that's
some of the character
really cool.
designs I had were really different, but I felt like unique in a good way. For example, Allura has like a flower in her hair. The professor has like a super baggy lab coat that doesn't fit him. I gave Hunter like a weird tuft of hair.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a mohawk, but not really. And then one funny plot point is at the very beginning there's this sheep that says he hates dragons, and then guess what I was going to do? In the whole series, there's going to be this sheep in every single episode. And of course, at the very end of the series, I was going to have, all of a sudden, there's this like giant scarecrow with the pumpkin head sneaking up on them.
It's Toasty!
But all of a sudden, the costume comes off, and then the sheep's just revealed. Everyone looks behind them, they just see a sheep chewing and eating the grass.
Oh my gosh.
It would have been the best ending to any show ever. It's obviously, Toasty, the magical sheep. Everyone loves him except Spyro.
I like Toasty. Except in those commercials, when I think he's the creepiest thing in existence.
He sounds, his voice.
Yeah, it's not just the voice. No, it's like the animatronic actually freaks me out.
Five Nights at Toasties.
Yeah, exactly. Five Nights at Toasties. Oh my gosh.
So yeah,
someone make a mod of Five Nights at Freddy's, put Spyro stuff in it, please.
But seriously, like, the Spyro animated series, like, no one wants to, like, help me with it, which is sad. It makes me cry. Like, I just said Spyro animated series, like, that would be terrible. It's like, I tell them my ideas, like, yeah, your ideas are good, but it would still be terrible. Like, but why? They're like, because it's a TV show. I'm like, video game TV shows are better than video game movies.
It depends.
Like,
it depends
like,
what kind of...
Have you seen Sonic Boom? Probably will be way better than freaking Paramount or whatever's live-action movie with Jim Carrey as Eggman.
That's pretty weird.
Literally, if Jim Carrey says, snooping as usual, I'm going to boycott this movie.
Seriously?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I will riot.
That's dumb. Anyway.
But out of all the jokes in the Spyro series that I wrote, there's one joke that I cannot believe I actually wrote. It's terrible, and a lot of people are gonna hate me for it.
Okay, I like terrible jokes. Yes, go on.
Oh my god. I can't do this. I can't.
Yes, you can. You can.
Oh my god. I made cringy context between frickin' Hunter and Bianca. I wrote the worst ever. God darn it. There's literally a scene where guess what Hunter calls frickin' Bianca?
What?
His honey bunny.
Oh, that's cute!
No, it's not.
Yes, it is!
No, it's not.
How do you think that's cringy? How?
It's cringy because it's a kid's show and I wrote that. And it's like, that's the most corniest thing Hunter could say in his stoner voice. Like, what's up, honey bunny? Imagine Greg Berger saying that. Just imagine it.
I am, and it's hilarious.
For 1 second.
It's cute. Oh.
Oh, and then because it's a happy ending, I wrote a happy ending for almost everyone at the end of the series. So, like, everyone gets a happy ending except the sorceress. She's dead.
She dies. Yeah, come on, people can't get on you for saying it's too dark when everyone has a happy ending.
Yeah, even Ripto has a happy ending.
Yay! What happens to him?
So basically what happens is, like, when they are getting in a fight, like, Ripto's about to fall off. I still don't know if I want to have, like, Ripto almost fall off a cliff or have him drown in water, but then Spyro saves him. So he's like, Sorceress will kill me. She offered to make my dream come true, but it's like, I've been an asshole, but he still, when I was dying, he still came for me, so. And then Nasty Nork finds love. He's still ugly, but he finds someone just as ugly as him. Happy ending for everyone. I almost gave the sorceress a happy ending.
No, but she doesn't deserve it.
So basically what I was gonna do is I was gonna have the dragons and the sorceress fighting, and then all of a sudden they're like hunters in there. So it's like Bianca and Spyro go to save them, but then they both get turned to stone, and then they all cry. And then by the power of friendship and magic, they come back to life. I'm trying to make this good, but not cringy.
It's not cringy. I don't like when people use that word.
Like, the whole thing about the sorceress is her backstory was, like, she was adopted by the dragons, and she was an apprentice of one of the dragons, and she wanted to learn magic, but they wouldn't teach her magic, but eventually she did learn magic, and she became power-hungry, basically, and banished the dragons, and then she found Bianca and adopted her, so...
Whoa, no, it's so weird, because that story, it's like, you said, like, was kind of one of them, but then betrayed them and, like, banished them everywhere. That's reminding me of Tachyon.
It's like, the whole reason, like, she hates Spyro this time around is because not because he's stopping her. Well, I mean, that's one reason, but it's like, she actually wants to live forever and have power over all the realms, but it's like she needs all the dragons to do it. So that's why she's, like, yelling at Nasty, like, why the hell did you let him escape? And is like, just a child. She's like, but I need all the dragons. Of course Nasty and Ripto don't know about that.
Yeah.
But, and of course Bianca still thinks, oh, you just want to bring New World to bring all the magic back. Yeah, no, she doesn't. And then I even had an idea for what I, like, at first I'm thinking, this show should be 2D, but it's like, like, what if I did, like, some weird, not really cel-shaded, but, like, 2D animation? I thought about it, and I'm like, 2D probably might work better. Because it's like
Probably.
we never really see any 2D animated stuff. And then I even had an idea for the intro, which is, the intro idea is amazing. Because the intro idea was going to use the music from the Reignited Trilogy trailer.
Uh-huh.
So it was going to be awesome. And then also, of course, because it's all 3 games, of course, you have all your favorite characters, like Sheila, the not Australian kangaroo.
The not Australian kangaroo.
Like, she sounds more Scottish.
Really?
Or like, well, I mean, think about it. She doesn't really sound Australian.
She does to me.
She sounds more Scottish, which makes sense because, she lives with billy goats.
But they're not Scottish either.
I know, but they don't sound German. They sound like really stereotypical racist German.
I wasn't quite sure if they were supposed to be German.
And the worst part is, I think they're also voiced by Greg Berger.
I wasn't sure. I didn't know.
I
don't know. I didn't think they were supposed to be German. I mean, definitely she's supposed to be Australian. I mean,
Okay, anyways, my Spyro animated series is just, it's all over the place. And, like, there was gonna be, like, a bunch of references, not to pop culture, but just, like, small, tiny references. Like, for instance, there was gonna be, like, there's a scene where we see Spyro and Sparks about to go to bed for the night. And Sparks, like, has this little, like, honeybee hive nest, like, birdhouse thing. And then, like, in Spyro's room, there, on the floor, if you pay close attention, there's, like, a terribly sewn together Crash Bandicoot plush.
I like that. All the little Easter eggs references.
Yeah. Speaking of Easter eggs, I wonder, so you know how Dr. Shemp has that staff with the weird mask thing on it?
Yes.
If they do not make that Aku Aku, I'm going to be triggered.
Oh my gosh, they should. That would be so cool. They already did sort of like a Ratchet and Clank Easter egg with Jed's staff. Kind of looks like Lombax's ears.
Yeah, and I'm still wondering. I really hope there's the one thing that they don't censor. Like Teal said, there's probably stuff that won't be censored, and we do not know what he saw. But the Ratchet and Clank enemies in Spyro 2, those were by complete accident. But still, really hope they can get away with it.
What do you mean get away with it? Why would it be censored?
Think about it. If they took the Nathan Drake references out and all the other PlayStation references out of Insane Trilogy, because it went multi-platform and Spyro's on Xbox, and who knows, we might eventually get a Switch port. Who knows what they'll do.
Wait a minute. They took out they took out the Uncharted references in Insane?
Yep, for
Why?
everything except PS4.
Oh, well, I mean, it doesn't matter much to me. I'll be getting it on PS4.
But it's like, it's stupid. They probably won't do it, but
Huh. Well, I don't know.
But I mean,
that's kind of dumb.
I mean, the Tomb Raider reference, that will make sense because, there has been Tomb Raider games on every console before.
Well, that's weird. I didn't know they took out the references. Did they, replace them with anything or just take them out?
I'm surprised they didn't replace them.
I mean, it would have been a better idea.
Yeah. Let's make some predictions on what we think we could see and stuff that we haven't predicted we could see in Reignited. I almost said Insane.
I really don't know. I don't have any any predictions.
I have a bunch of predictions. For one, the barista. Well, I still can't get over the fact there's a barista dragon.
Oh yeah, they said that.
I feel like I know which level it might be in. I mean, where do you find, coffee shops, like in towns and cities?
Town
so it's
Square.
Yeah, that's where I think it will be.
Oh, that'd be
And
nice.
also, there's a dragon named Conan. If I do not hear Conan O'Brien's voice as a dragon, I'm gonna be super disappointed.
If I don't hear Thor and Conan having super weak voices that sound nothing like they should, then I'm gonna be disappointed because that was the joke.
I know, but Conan doesn't even look strong. He's just like, thank you for releasing me.
Yeah, neither did Thor.
And he's super skinny.
Yep, they were both like that. And they both had the same woman-like voice. Thank you for releasing me.
I know, but wouldn't it be funny if the tiny dragon had a man voice, but the giant dragons had a super tiny voice?
I would love that.
Gavin is the best dragon. He's like, so Spyro. Yeah, just go do this later. But the best dragon is the one that's like, Spyro, how about to hit on gliding?
The one that sounds like Patrick.
Is mayonnaise an instrument, Spyro? I still can't get over the fact that Clancy Brown is most of the dragons.
Oh yeah, he is, definitely. I don't think he's returning, unfortunately.
The Jak game, Jak 2, yesterday, and I heard Clancy Brown's voice, I'm like, Mr. Krabs, why are you experimenting on this poor child?
Oh, Jack 2.
I like Dark Eco.
No.
Really wish Carlos Alazraqui would at least return to voice one of the dragons.
Yeah, or if he could, like, do some of the NPCs in Spyro 2 or 3. That'd be cool.
Which Ripto's Rage, really hope they show us a trailer.
Oh yeah, at Comic-Con, I'm hoping that something is gonna come out.
Or Art of Reignited book.
Yes. With that Art of Reignited hashtag, I really hope that means we'll be getting an art book soon.
Yeah, and then also that, the one video that showed Toys for Bob that literally came out a month before Spyro's announcement that showed everything. There's some stuff that I already know what it is that they pretty much that you could tell is from Ripto's Rage. It's really vague, but you could tell it's from Ripto's Rage. Like, the word glimmer and orbs is written on, like, a whiteboard. But then there's also this scene where they show, like, this fire pit. I'm like, that's totally from Crush's dungeon.
Nice.
Like, I know these things. May not been born in the 90s, but I still know.
Yeah, I hoping we see some stuff from that game soon. I'm very excited to see some cutscenes. I really want to see Ripto in action.
Like, Ripto and Nasty, they still look exactly the same, so the one that does look very different from the cover art is the Sorceress, so it's like, kind of want to see Spyro 3 maybe just a little bit more than Spyro 2.
I think...
Even though Spyro 2 has the best characters.
Yeah.
It's like, what did Bianca look like? You better not make her look like freaking Lola Bunny, or else I will pre-order canceled.
Really? That'll be even better for me.
No. Why? Why are you so...
What? Why am I a furry and a scaly?
It sucks. It's like, why do they make them look like that? Like, they know.
Well, yeah, they know, and it's
like, I'm not
good
supposed
for
to
me.
be, but they do it. Why do they?
I don't know, but whatever. I like it.
When people say Sonic is the game that created furries, I'm like, well, actually, have you played Sly Cooper?
Oh, yeah. I mean, people say there are a lot of things that created furries, but that could be traced back to a long time ago, so...
Nasty Nork, I said looks like Shrek, but the voice actor for Nasty Nork, Michael Goff, he voiced Shrek in all the video games.
Oh, it's perfect.
And he actually sounds like Michael Myers, which is even worse. Great, now I'm just getting flashbacks to that Jack 2 meme I made with Crew. My god. I am sometimes just really cringy. Like that Spyro review, I do not know how you think it's cringy, my old crappy Academy review.
Well, I think it's funny. That's hilarious.
No, it's not. There's a what are those meme in it. And there was a do you know the way meme. It's not funny.
Yes, it is. But the thing is, I laugh at anything. I mean, even if something people think is cringy,
no, this guy
I can
got hit
laugh
by
at
a car.
Yes, exactly. That's fucking funny. No.
Yo, someone stabbed me. Yo, someone stabbed you in the chest. Ha ha.
Yep, that's funny. I'm dying. It's all funny.
My fucking god.
But no, I don't care if you show a lame meme. I can laugh at it. And I do that exact laugh. Ha ha. No, I do the laugh that the enemies in Cloud Temples do in Spyro 2. I do that.
I still have one thing to say about the music, and it's this. The music sounds great so far, but because they're going for atmospheric tone, they ruined the main theme.
I didn't really hear much of the main theme, so I can't really say, but I don't...
I have to know. What do you think about the Glimmer main theme and the Spyro 3 main theme?
The what?
Think about the main theme for Spyro 2 and 3, though.
Yeah?
If they butcher Glimmer, I might get a heart attack, because Glimmer, you can't. It's the first level, you can't. They can't do this to me.
I thought most of the music sounded fine.
Okay, what's your favorite Spyro theme?
Oh, let's see. I have favorites for each game. My all-time favorite is Midnight Mountain.
Midnight Mountain. Imagine how atmospheric they'll make that, instead of having the bouncy tunes. Think about it.
I'm thinking about it. It'll definitely be different. I don't think I'd like it as much as the original, but I don't think it'll be bad.
Like, I feel like it will fit. Like, my main problem is the soundtrack. It's like, it's fine, it works when you're playing the game. Like, it fits because the songs are atmospheric. It fits the world, but it's like, the original soundtrack for Spyro you could just listen to by itself. Here, it's like, it's just atmospheric. You can't really, like...
I wouldn't say so. I could probably listen to it.
I want Danny DeVito as Moneybags. Danny DeVito as Moneybags.
Why?
Hey, Spyro! I dropped my Magnum.
My Magnum. My...
Pick it up. I'll give it to you for a small fee.
my monster condom that I use for my magnum dong.
It would be way better if, like Russian Moneybags is like, oh, Spyro, I'm racist. Like, all the other characters, it's like, I'm sorry, when I said they're racist, they're not. Moneybags, yeah, he's not funny.
Well, I mean, I think it's really out of place, but yeah.
That part, that's the most stereotypical Russian voice. I'm not saying it's racist, it's just stereotypical.
It's a stereotype, exactly. It's a stereotype, which, it's a thing. Stereotypes are a thing. I don't really have a problem with them. Especially...
But it's like, the weird thing is he has a Russian voice, yet he's wearing a fez and Arabian clothes.
Yeah, I don't get it either. It's weird. It was a weird choice.
And he doesn't wear glasses. Does he still have a monocle, or either that, or I think he had glasses, because either way, he looks like a British bear. His face looks like a British man. He wears a fez like Doctor Who. Oh my God, no, that's it. That's what he looks like. He looks like Doctor Who.
Doctor Who with Moneybags. That's great. Dr. Moneybags.
Moneybags. You know what? I don't even think Moneybags has a bag of gems. You know what I think he has? A bag of dicks.
Okay.
That's what Moneybags has. Not a bag of gems. Like, I just hate Moneybags more than anything. It's like, I like your character design and stuff, but it's like, I just wanna stab you. He's the rudest character in Spyro. He's worse than Ripto. He's the real villain. He's worse than Hunter. It's like, you know what? At least Hunter gives me stuff. I might do work for him, but here's the thing. As hard as those challenges are, nothing compares to having to give you money and be like, but my gems are not at an even amount. My OCD, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, well, I have there's a video coming up soon where I talk about the whole Hunter, Moneybags, whose side are they on kind of thing. So, stay tuned for that.
But here's the thing. Hunter, he's still a cool dude. Moneybags, he can die. Because and one more thing. You know how in Spyro 2, in Quarry Towers, we see Hunter. I always get confused. They have the same voice actor. Hunter's underwater. Spyro 3. I would go and get that dragon egg, but I don't want to get my fur wet. You sure?
He didn't have his wetsuit.
You sure? He just magically appears out of nowhere. There's literally a glitch. I don't know how I did it, but I was literally able to see two hunters in one area.
What the?
At the same time.
That's weird.
So it's like, yeah, you teleport. Either that or you have a bunch of cousins.
I think a bunch of cousins. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's go the Nurse Joy Officer Jenny route.
There's Huntress. There's Fisherman. All his family members are named after types of hunters.
Huh, clever.
There's Archer, and then there's Bob. We don't talk about Bob.
Abomination. I like Archer. Archer is the best one.
Okay, just thought about something. My least favorite mission in Spyro 3, Whack-A-Mole.
Oh yeah, the Bentley Whack-A-Mole. Yeah, no, not fun.
Bentley isn't the worst character. He isn't the best, but it's like, if you're, like, you know how he pushes blocks? It's like, he moves too slow, so it's like, why not give him, like, a charge attack where he's like a battering ram, and he, like, has his arm out, like, when he's pushing stuff, but it's like him running, like a battering ram. Like come on.
Yeah, his,
and
definitely...
Insomniac's excuse is that Spyro can't hold things. You sure about that? Because there's promotional art of him holding a surfboard, a drink. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he can hold stuff.
Yeah, I know. There is
here's the
promotional
thing
art.
that is going to look super weird and reignited. The climbing animation.
Huh.
Like, how's it going to look? Like, he's climbing up pipes. It's like, it's going to look weird.
How would that look weird, though? I don't really see that.
I also want the baby dragons to have dialogue. It'd be funny. Like, imagine a dragon popping out of its egg being like, hello.
Oh, in a really deep voice, and it's a girl.
And when it cries, it's like, wah.
Wah. Yeah, there's, quite a few things that might look weird, might look good, that they could do
I also
well.
hope they make each individual baby dragon different, because or at least give them different animations, because in the original, a lot of the models were different. There were a few repeats. The animations were the same.
Yeah.
I also wish they would add bonus dragon eggs, like have a contest be like, yo, submit your name, and maybe, just maybe, there will be a baby dragon with your name in the game.
That's interesting. That might be added onto the whole, you know how they said there are going to be new orb challenges. No. There might be new egg challenges, too.
I just thought about it. The worst Spyro mission ever. It's not even really a mission. That freaking slide in Crystal Islands.
Yeah, that one's not so fun. I like the one in Haunted Tomb better.
You know what? Mark Cerny, he made Treetops and all the sadistic stuff. I bet you he did it. He did it. It was his idea.
Yeah.
He made Knack too.
He made Knack too.
Like, he made Knack.
Well, I think I'm going to end it here. Thank you.
Yeah, it was great talking to you.
Yeah, thank you so much for listening, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, this is Miharu signing off.
And Vylizio, later.
Bye.